A very warm welcome to all you IAS aspirants. Today, we're going to break down a really critical topic for your GS Paper 2, especially under international relations. We're talking about China's strategy of cartographic aggression. Now, this is a concept you absolutely have to know, so let's dive right in.
So you might hear this term map warfare. What exactly do we mean by that? Well, you can think of it as a very particular kind of geopolitical strategy. It's not about immediate conflict. It's subtle, it's designed for the long term, and it's something China has been using again and again.
And that brings us to the core idea. Aspirants, please make a note of this keyword. It's perfect for your answers. Cartographic aggression. So what is it? It's the use of maps, assigning new names to places, creating new administrative areas, all as a political tool. And the goal? It's to assert and, over time, try to legitimize claims over disputed territories. Basically, it's an attempt to change reality by first changing the maps.
Okay, so let's move away from just the theory and look at a very recent real-world example. This is what makes the topic so relevant for your upcoming exams. Let's talk about the settling flashpoint.
As you can see from this report from The Hindu, China has made a new move. They've created a new county and named it Cenling. Now, on the surface, this might just look like a simple administrative change, right? But believe me, its strategic implications for India are huge.
Let's just quickly break down the key facts here. So, who did this? The People's Republic of China. What did they do? They created a new county called Cenling. When? It was announced on March 26th. But the most crucial part is the where. It's located in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, and its placement is incredibly strategic, right near the Karakoram Range and very, very close to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir.
And it's really important to understand this isn't some one-off event. It's part of a very clear pattern of behavior. Just last year, for instance, China created two other counties, Heian and Hekong, over in the Hotan prefecture. And guess what? These new divisions conveniently included parts of India's territory in Aksai Chin. So you can see there's a consistent strategy at play here.
So, now we've covered the what. We know what's happened. But for your mains exam, you need to go deeper. You need to analyze the why. Why is China doing this, and why now? Let's try to decode Beijing's strategy.
Well, Beijing's strategy is really multi-pronged. First, it's about creating what they call facts on the ground through these administrative changes, but it's also deeply tied to securing its own volatile Xinjiang region, protecting the absolutely crucial China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or CPEC, and at the same time chipping away at diplomatic efforts with India. Let's take a closer look.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because there's a dual motivation here. On one side, you have the internal security dimension. This new county helps Beijing get a better grip on administering and controlling the rest of Xinjiang province, which, as you know, has ongoing issues with the Uyghur insurgency and groups like ETITM. But on the other hand, there's a huge economic security angle. This region is the starting point of CPEC, a massive flagship project, and protecting that corridor is, without a doubt, a top priority for China. Exactly. So, given this complex strategy from China, the next logical question is, how has India responded? Understanding this is absolutely crucial for getting the dynamics of our bilateral relations. And India's response has been swift, it's been consistent, and it has been very firm.
This official statement from the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson really sums up India's stand perfectly. Just notice the powerful wording, that these territories were, are, and will always remain an integral and inalienable part of India. The language here is deliberately strong and unambiguous. It leaves absolutely no room for misinterpretation. And there's more. India has officially called these actions mischievous. It has also stated very clearly that such moves detract from ongoing efforts to stabilize and normalize bilateral ties. This sends a very clear message that this kind of cartographic aggression has a direct and negative impact on the entire relationship between our two countries.
Right. And this brings us to what is perhaps the most crucial part for all of you as aspirants. Let's connect all of this directly to your exam preparation. How do you take this knowledge and translate it into high-scoring answers for GS2 mains and confident responses in your interview?
Okay, let's break this down. For your mains answers, when you're writing under the topic, India and its neighborhood relations, you must use keywords like sovereignty, bilateral relations, border disputes, and of course, salami slicing. That's the perfect term for this tactic. Now for the interview. You might get a more nuanced question, something like, how should India respond beyond just making diplomatic statements? For that, you need to be ready to talk about a multi-layered approach, maintaining diplomatic consistency for sure, but also rapidly strengthening our own border infrastructure, raising this issue in the right international forums, and actively countering China's narratives with our own solid historical facts and claims.
So, here's the key takeaway and a thought for your preparation. As China continues with these salami-slicing tactics, we'll leave you with this crucial question to ponder. What should be the cornerstone of India's long-term border strategy? Try to think about this from a diplomatic, a military, and an economic perspective. Thinking this through will be absolutely vital for your answers. All the very best.